Hey everyone, it's the Angry Honey Badger, and it's time for us to take a look at another champion build video. Today I'm playing as Singed in the top lane. I did make a Singed build before. It was one of my first ones, or towards the beginning of my YouTubing for League of Legends, and made one a while ago. It's time to update it, and as much as I know this is actually going to be an update for that build, and just an update because I'm playing him in top lane this time, it's going to go out of date slightly a little bit, but we're going to recommend other things we can do with that because of the item changes coming up in Season 3. So this will probably go out of date with one item in 2 weeks. But until then, use that item. But once it's out, once again, I'll recommend the item that we're going to be talking about that's getting removed. And we'll implement some other items going in its place. So at level 1, what I like to do is start with Boots and Pots and head to top lane. I play him as a really tanky tank, but he still does damage because of some of the items you buy and because of the way his kit works and the kind of the style in which you place him. So it's early. I've been dealing some damage to him with my Q ability, which is my Poison Trail. I just flipped him and trying to get him to suck down as much of that poison as he can. I'm going to use my Ghost, but I thought he was going to keep running, so he decided not to, and I was going to pick up a kill. He decided to ignite me and try to use his bleed to kill me, but I was able to pick up first blood. So I'm going to head back to base at this point with a little bit of gold that I have. I'm going to be buying a, what are we buying? Ruby crystal and a health, ruby health crystal. We got mana as well, crystal there too, and pick up a ward to be always safe in the top lane. We're going to be warding so we do not put ourselves in a stupid position. Although, Singed is pretty good at getting himself out of sticky situations with some of the stuff that he has, and he's kind of annoying to chase once again because of his whole Q ability and its Poison Trail. So, like I was saying, early on in the game, at level 1, I actually do take his Poison Trail. You can also take his Fling if you want to try to be safe, if you need to get them away from you. But that'll fling them behind you. So depending on how that works, then you might actually fling them to a worse spot. So you got to be careful with that. Or I guess you could always take his Mega Adhesive too, because throwing that down is going to slow down the enemy champions that walk through it. And his slow is amazing. It's really, really good, and the slow effect on it is pretty awesome when you throw it in the middle of a team fight, or if you throw it in a position which they can't get away. Here I'm going to throw it behind him. You see him get stuck in it. He's going to get crazy slow. I'm going to be able to flip him behind me. Fizz is going to pick up the kill, which is fine. I'm going to pick up an assist there, and that's going to be great. Another great thing about Singed is he is a great farmer because of his Poison Trail. It's going to be able to pick up lots of kills, and it's going to kill minions, and it's going to hurt them. So luckily with a champion top like Darius that I'm going up against, if he wants to come hit the minions to get last hits, to get a larger creep score, he's going to have to walk into my poison, and he's going to be trying to poke me while I'm up there too. But luckily, I know how to, avoid him. I know what I need to avoid from Darius to counter him, and how he works, and I'll deal the damage to him if he wants to chase me. There, he did chase me. There, I'm going to get away and live. Here, I actually go looking for him to see if he's there, but he had decided to already go back. But he took a lot of damage. I did too, because Darius is a powerful champion, and I did take his ult during that too. But, I lived because of the way I build Singed and just kind of the way the game's going, and all of that good stuff. So, I did go back and I did buy a Catalyst, which you can see as my first main little item. What that's going to do for me is whenever I hit another level, I'm going to be getting health and mana, getting back to me when I hit a level, like I was saying. And then I'm going to finish off my boots now while I'm back at base. I'm going to be picking up Boots of Swiftness with him. Being mobile with him is incredibly awesome, especially with your Poison Trail. What you try to do is actually run in front of him and let you chase the trail, and then it makes them have to change their directions, and usually it's not a direction they want to go. So there's a lot of tricky little things you can do with Singed. I know that they're there. I'm keeping my bush warded, so I know if I'm going to be ganked or if anybody's trying to hide out. I think I do die once, maybe when my ward dies, but I think I really only died once or twice this game. Oh, he decided to go around and go through the bush, but I think I actually saw him do it. So here I am going to actually get tower dove and die. Not a lot you could do there besides run away. I thought I was going to be maybe okay and maybe pick up a kill. One of them got away with, I think, 120 life or so. So I got close. Maybe one more tower hit would have done it, but unfortunately not going to happen this time. I'm going to go back up the top lane this time and take a little bit of armor with me because of the damage that Darius is doing to me with his physical damage. Obviously, I'm not going to be able to negate his true damage ultimate unless I build tons of health, which I'm going to be building a handful this game. That's going to help. Now here we're going to get into a fight. Ash actually gets grabbed up there top. I'm going to go run that direction. We do have Hecarim coming too. We're going to get a little bit of a fight. I'm going to flip him, and he's going to catch a little bit of poison. Now here I am going to just, try to help Ash. I think she's going to die. Or is she going to live? No, I'm going to flip him away so he cannot get to her. And then I believe I'm going to pick up a kill because Fizz decides to show up. And Darius ran off. So I'm going to pick up an easy kill there. Kind of an interesting move. But you can see how you can use Singed's flip to get people out of the way and help save your teammates. So just make sure you're not standing on the wrong side and you flip them closer to a teammate. That will occasionally happen, but make sure you try not to do that. Another nice thing you can do, as you can see, is I'm actually in between the towers killing these minions, letting my minions keep coming up. I keep farming all the minions that are coming, and my minions are slowly beating down his tower. So that's another great way to farm with Singed if they have to go back during top lane, or if they're just leaving you alone, because Singed can get mildly out of control if he gets farmed really well, which I am doing quite well. I'm getting a handful of kills. There I basically told Hecarim I knew he was there to tell him to go the hell away, because I do not want to get ganked. And we're going to be doing all that fun stuff. So, alright, we're continuing with the build, like I said. So, you know, we're sitting at our boots right now, so we can have that mobility, so chasing is a lot easier, and so they run in our poison trail. And then I have my catalyst, which is going to be great for giving me health and mana, and giving me it over time as I hit levels in top lane. I did just take my top tower as well, and we do have a little bit of armor. Darius is going to now start running around because he knows he can't really farm too well with me. He's going to be picking up extra damage if he tries to do anything around me because of my poison trail. And they kind of have to counter you early if they want to negate that damage by building some magic resist. So, going to go back to base now at this point and try to finish off my first item. I'm going to keep building towards that. Going to pick up a little bit of AP here with this blasting wand, which is going to go towards my Rod of Ages, which is going to be a great item because that's kind of one of your main ones with Singed. It's going to give you that health. It's going to give you damage because of your abilities. Now here, I see two of them. Going to get in a little fight. Fling him. I see a little bit of my team. And then all of a sudden, it's kind of all their team. So what we're going to do here is we're going to activate our ultimate to give you all types of bonuses such as cool or crowd control reduction, AP, armor, magic resist, move speed, health regen, and mana regen. Basically an uber buff for you. I'm going to pick up a kill and 3 assists while we do a pretty good job of team fighting there. Or at least catching them in a weird position. If they would have acted fast, they probably could have shut one of us off real quick, and that would have made us rethink that situation. But luckily, we were able there to do some awesome damage, and we're kind of rolling this team currently. So, all good things that are happening right now. I also have a blue buff that I got, I think, during that fight, and that basically means I can do endless poison trail, which is amazing if you want to do that. So, blue buff with Singed, not really a bad thing. Obviously, it works great on other champions too, but endless poison trail, never a bad thing with Singed. So, we got all that going for us as well. I got a lot of gold now because of farming and kills and assists, so I'm going to go back and finish off that Rod of Ages, which is going to help me, like I said, giving me mana, giving me health, and giving me ability power and slowly stacking over time. As you can see right now, I have my poison trail going because it's really not affecting my mana loss at all. So, we can just do this for fun. Why not? It's a blue buff. Let's use it. So, going to be getting that item as your first one. Not only is that going to give you the health and the mana and the AP and the overtime passive, which it'll tick up and give you more and more, but if you do not know about Singe's passive, his passive is going to give you more health based on the amount of mana you have. I believe for every 1 point of mana you have, you get 0.25 of health. So, basically, stacking items with mana in them are going to return you by giving you more health and making you tankier. We're going to be getting to a little bit of a team fight here. Going to run in here after we hit a Teemo Shroom. Throw down my slow so they can't try to get away from their tower. I'm going to do a little bit of a standard attack on Teemo and kill him. I am going to fling the Darius trying to get away. I thought my poison trail was going to maybe kill him. It's not going to, so I'm going to run over here and poke him once and kill him that way as well. Pick up an assist on Varus, and then I'm going to watch Ashe die to Malphite because I couldn't get there. I think we do get in a little bit of a fight here. And are we going to be able to kill him? I think we're going to. We're going to chase him down. Like I said, we got the ultimate still going. And so I'm still having my bonus move speed. That almost kills him. I'm going to standard attack him twice real quick and pick up another kill. So 3 kills in that fight and an assist. Nothing too bad there. Able to tank that tower quite easily because of me being tanky already because I'm building health. The next item I am going for, if you cannot tell, I have a Giant's Belt, and I do have that armor from early on. I'm going to be building a Sunfire Cape. And what that Sunfire Cape is going to do for me is multiple things that are going to be great. It's going to be armor and health, both awesome things to have, and the passive from it, giving me that 40 magic damage to the surrounding area around me, is going to basically be another bonus awesome thing for me to have, especially if they're sucking down the poison trail too. So, it's lots of damage from me, even though I'm not even trying to go for crazy damage. He just does it. It's awesome. Singed is amazing. He's one of my favorites. He's not as awesome when it comes to crowd control as a few other tanks, but his crowd control is unique and pretty fun to use in some fun, interesting ways. So, Singed is just great if you've never played him. Give him a shot. Screw around with him. It might take a tiny bit to get used to him, but oh, it's so fun to run into the middle of a team with your ultimate going, flipping somebody out of it, and then slowing them all, and then making them suck down your poison, just running in circles, kind of being a jerk. So, Singed is great for that. You can dance with them too in mid lane. I also like to do that as well. Something to do. It's something fun. You should try it out. So, a little bit of a fight there. We actually made Hecarim use his ult after I flipped him towards the tower. He kind of panicked. I am doing good, though, so, I mean, they're going to be, you know, trying to avoid dying to me, or, you know, they don't want to get stuck behind any of my CC. Now, there's one item I know some of you are probably thinking about that you're saying, well, why don't you have that, or why didn't you build that first? And there's a few reasons why I haven't built this item, and I know a few of you are thinking about it. Why aren't you building Rylai's Crystal Scepter? It's going to give you AP, it's going to give you health, and it's going to give you a slow, and with your Poison Trail, they're going to be in CC hell. And I agree. It is a great item for all of these things. But there's one problem with that item. Because of all that CC, it makes it harder for them to actually chase you, meaning that they suck down your poison for 3 seconds, but then they can't chase you any further because you're already way too far away. And you have to kite them a lot harder. So you don't have to have this item. It's not completely unnecessary, but I will say it's going to be one of the items that I would suggest getting now with one item I'm going to be getting in a second that they are removing from the game. So if you want to go for that eventually in your build, or if you want to get it, I'm not going to call it a bad item, but it does make up so much CC to them that they can't even run at all at some points, and then they just can't suck down any of your damage. So, in that aspect, if you're trying to do some damage, it's probably not a good item for you because they won't keep chasing. There I am actually going to die, unfortunately, so I died. But like I was saying with the Rylai's is, if your team needs way more CC and you do want that awesome slow in team fights, go ahead and pick that up. That will be a good item. So, not saying it's a bad item. I love that item. I build it on a lot of champions. But with Singed, just it kind of prevents them from chasing you and your poison, which is hilarious because we've all seen people chase Singed way too long and die from it. So that kind of prevents them from doing that. So that's one reason why I don't typically build it right away. So that's my take on that item. So we have other things going on as well. I picked up some magic resist. I also did pick up some more armor with that Glacial Shroud. We're going to get into a little bit of a fight here. I'm going to run in here. Lux is going to get off an awesome ult. I'm going to make them suck down some poison, pick up a kill by flinging the Polaris, pick an assist on the Darius, and Hecarim's not going to really have anywhere to go for the most part. He's going to try to escape, but it's going to be a no-go. Ashe is going to kill him real quick. So luckily we were able to group up there when they could have easily ended Kha'Zix, who was trying to take that dragon, and we were able to get there quick and pick up the kills instead of them picking the kills. Kind of some unlucky stuff going on for them, but a little bit better teamwork on our part for us. Malf and team will get kills there. That's going to happen. I get another assist. Always fun. So, that brings me to the point of the item that's being removed and why Rylai's can replace this item. But if not, there's going to be some other ones I'm going to recommend. As you can see, I'm building some magic resist. Now, at this point, this magic resist would typically be going towards, and will in this game, towards a force of nature. Now, I know that they are removing this item, and that deeply saddens me as an individual because I think that item is super awesome, and I love the health regen and its passive, and the amount of magic resist that it gives you. It's just a sweet item. So, I'm sad that they're removing it. I hope it returns or something awesome like it is in the upcoming additional items that they are doing. So, I am building that now, so for the next week or two, keep using that item. It's amazing, and you know, remember it for what it is. So, in the future, this magic resist would be great with an Abyssal Scepter. It'll give you more damage. It'll give you magic resist and reduce the enemy's magic resist a little bit too. That's the first item I will recommend. The other one is, if you want more health, you want more mana, and you want magic resist, get a Banshee's Veil. It's going to help your health out even more because of the mana it gives you and the health that it gives you, and with your passive, and you're going to get that magic resist that you're looking for when you're building tankier. That's the main reason why I was getting the Force of Nature. The magic resist is just awesome. So, Banshee's Veil is going to be another good one. And then, like I was saying a minute ago, if you want to go with the Rylai's Crystal Scepter, if you want the health aspect of getting tankier, go with that item. It's not a bad one, but you're just going to be lacking a little bit of magic resist. So, like I was saying, this was an item that I loved for its magic resist. Also, its movement, speed on it was great too for initiating with Cinch, but luckily we'll still be okay with our boots and with our rune page setup, which I'll get to in a second. So, this is a longer game, so we got a little bit more time to talk, and I enjoy talking about Singed. He's awesome. He's fun. Gonna get into a little bit of a fight up here, going to be making them start to rethink their fight. Unfortunately, Ashe is gonna get shut down. I think I'm gonna pick up a kill on, yep, Darius there, and not too bad of an engagement. Kind of broke it up. Like I said, when Sin shows up in weird quarters like that, and you can flip people to other sides of just the area, and there's that poison that they have to reconsider if they want to run through to get to whoever they were fighting, they'll rethink about fighting. It's tough for them to want to say, hey, is it worth it to try to go get that kill, or am I going to get murdered in his poison, and his team might show up, and I might get crowd controlled out of control. So, there's lots of stuff for them to think about with that. Alright, so we're continuing the build. The next item I have picked up is a Froozen Heart. This is a great item as well. Tons of armor. That's all you could ever ask for. Cooldown reduction, never a bad thing. So your fling comes up more often and your mega adhesive. And then you are going to be getting even more mana. So guess what? Even more health comes out of the deal because of your passive. So we have all of this awesome stuff happening. And we are going to be utilizing it. This is just the way Singed works. Welcome. I typically, when I'm playing Singe, I like to go with Ghost and Exhaust. Exhaust is awesome for your team for CC reasons, and Ghost is awesome because chasing is amazing, and it allows you to get around and move all around and do all your fun stuff. Another reason why I take it over Flash is I believe Flash is getting nerfed in the future. They're going to increase the cooldown reduction on it because it is an overused thing right now, and it is very good for escaping. Back in the day, Ghost was amazing too, and it still is great, and let's face it, Flash is awesome for escaping, engaging awesomely, and, you know, trying to close distances. But the nice thing about Ghost is you can keep the engagement up off of it for a lot longer, and you can catch up to a team fast with a Ghost. And it'll keep going a lot longer. Like, you know, it's Ghost. Ghost is awesome. Get used to Ghost if I were you. It's amazing on a few champions. So, that is what we're going to be doing there with that. So that's what I like to take for my summoner abilities. Now, as for the runes that I do like to typically go with when I am playing as Singe, I like to go with Magic Resist Marks, Armor Seals, Magic Resist per level Glyphs, but if you want to take some AP per level Glyphs to get more AP, if you want to go more damage, that's fine. You can try that out too. And then for my Quintessences, I take Move Speed Quints. I know some people take Health Quints. Those aren't a bad ones either, but that Move Speed is awesome. Move Speed Quints are great, especially early game. You have this bonus movement speed that they don't have. You can both have Boots, and you can have your Move Speed Quints, and you're just going to feel like you have Boots 2, and they feel like they have Boots 1. So it's going to be great for that, and it's amazing for chasing, like I said. And Singe is great when you can keep him mobile. So keep him mobile. I know his ultimate does give you move speed as well, and you still have your Ghost, but like I said, being crazy mobile is crazy awesome. So we're going to be trying all that stuff out. We are moving into the end game at this point. I am starting to build my Rylai's Crystal Scepter this late in the game. And as you can see, I just have the Giant's Belt. And like I was saying, Abyssal Scepter might be a decent replacement in the future for your Force of Nature. If not, and you want more health and health regen, you can always go with a Warmog's Armor. That's never a bad idea. So Warmog's could be something you could consider. So there's a handful of things that you can replace that Force of Nature with. Unfortunately, this is kind of my farewell video to the Force of Nature in the future. So they did pick up a Baron, but unfortunately they're not going to be able to do darn near anything with it. We are working on ending this game out. Kha'Zix is going to pick up a quick little killer up there. And we're going to kind of kite around Darius. He's got a Guardian Angel, which, once again, if you want to get a Guardian Angel, instead of your Force of Nature, get a Guardian Angel. I'm not going to be picky. Do one of those 4 things I'd recommend it. Any of those will work out great. But like I said, if you need more of the Magic Resist, go with the Banshee's Veil. It's going to be great for you. If you want to get a little Magic Resist in the comeback, go with the GA. If you want the uber slow and more health, get a Rylai's. If you just want tons of health and health regen, get a Warmog's. So, we're going to be wrapping this game up. I think I talked about everything. My masteries are 0, 21, 9, which is pretty standard. Go tanky, get some utility. It's awesome. He's super fun to play, guys. Give him a shot. If you have any questions, put those in the comments below. I'd appreciate if you liked this video and subbed if you have not. But other than that, guys, I'll see all of you in the next build video.